Welcome into Cavalier Field. It is Youth A's night, as it is the final home game for the Dodge City A's. I'm going to throw it down on the field so you can see the introduction of the youth development teams that are hosted here in Dodge City. We'll throw it in to the stadium announcer so you can listen along to the introduction of Youth A's night here at Cavalier Field.
Gotcha. Thank you, Zach. Next up is the 8 and under Burkhart team. Followed by the 8 and under Bindrup team. Next up is the 9 and under Oath team. Next up is the 10 and under Curbs team. Now we have the 10 and under Torres team. Next up is the 11 and under Moore team. Following them is the 12 and under Ross team. Next we have the 13 and under Acres team. Following them is the 13 and under Banning team. And the last team is the 14 and under Gonzalez team. I would also like to recognize that the A's organization also has a 15 and under team and a 17 and under team. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate these teams and coaches on their hard work for the season and their work to grow the sport of baseball in Dodge City. Make it loud for them. All right, guys, let's clear the field. Thank you so much for all you do. I would also like to show thanks to Lewis Automotive Group for their support of baseball and the Dodge City A's youth organization, young and older. If you will draw your attention to the field, throwing out the first pitch will be Chloe Gonzalez. We need an A's player to catch, please. Give him the heater. That was great. Give her a hand.
Well, there you have it, folks. Youth A's Night here at Cavalier Field. The final home game of the 2023 Rocky Mountain League season for your Dodge City A's. And what an awesome opportunity it is to welcome all of these young players in to Cavalier Field. The Youth A's program, a huge part of the Dodge City community, as these youth players get to experience baseball and grow up around it and then get to come out and see a college game as well. So that is Youth A's Night. We'll get to our lineups here in a little bit, and we will get started with pregame activities. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. right, we'll take this opportunity to go ahead and do our starting lineups. It is the A's and Western Nebraska Pioneers in Game 33 of the 2023 season for your Dodge City A's, the final home game here of the season. The A's will make one more game before they will complete the 2023 season. They go to Liberal tomorrow, and that will round out the season for the Dodge City A's. So let's take a look at our starting lineups. We'll start with the visiting Pioneers. Leading off, shortstop, number 25, James Lehman. Batting second, the second baseman, number 27, Brad Halleck. Batting third, the first baseman, number 4, Michael Asensio. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, third baseman, number 36, Cameron Schneider. Batting fifth, right fielder, number 1, Aiden Orr. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 9, Jake Wagner. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 11, Hunter McCollum. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 6, Reese Francis. And rounding out the lineup is the catcher, number 18, Trevor Freeman. Dale Fry getting the start on the mound tonight for the Pioneers, and we will tell you about his numbers as we get ready to go. And here's the starting lineup for your Dodge City A's. Leading off, second baseman, number 10, Alex Gallion. Batting second, the center fielder, number 6, Cooper Schneider. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 22, Jordan Black. Your cleanup hitter, catcher, number 17, Peter Tassler. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 3, Nolan Williams. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 9, Matthew Sandoval. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 4, Brian Gardner. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 28, Jordan Rodriguez. And rounding out the lineup for your Dodge City A's is third baseman, number 5, Dawson Stutz. Carter Olson getting the start on the mound tonight for your Dodge City A's, and we'll get his introduction here as we get ready to go. Is the Dodge City A's and Western Nebraska Pioneers in the final game here at Cavalier Field for the 2023 season. The second game in the non-league contest between the A's and Pioneers, of course, the A's dropped last night's contest 6-3, and it was the 3-run home run that put the nail in the coffin for the Dodge City A's. We're going to step aside for the national anthem. We'll be back with opening pitch. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Carter Olson getting the start on the mound tonight for your Dodge City A's, and the first pitch in to James Lehman, missing outside for ball number 1. First pitch thrown down at 7:03 p.m., and we are underway in the final home game of the 2023 season. 1-0 pitch catching the inner part of the zone, evens a count at 1 apiece. Currently at 94 degrees. That feels like 100 here in Dodge City. That pitch called strike as well, moves the count 1-2. Pitch from Olson, missing outside, an even count at 2 apiece. That pitch, a high fly ball headed out into left center field. Cooper Schneider there to haul that one in, out number 1.
Next up for the Pioneers, second baseman number 27, Brad Howard.
First pitch in to Halleck, called strike. Down in the count, 0-1 is him. The 0-1 delivery taken up for ball 1, evening the count at 1 apiece. One-two count to Halleck. A swing and a miss, and the first strikeout of the game for Carter Olson. 2 away in the top of the first. The A's looking to get the bats going after starting to lead the game last night. The A's would take the lead after falling behind in the first 1-3, or 1-0. The A's would then lead 3-1 after the first inning, but it was the long ball that would see the A's lose the game, and a blooper headed out into left field that will fall in. The first pitch to Asensio gets down for a base hit, the first hit of the ball game for the Pioneers, and a runner on. That will bring in the third baseman, Cameron Schneider. Schneider takes the first pitch he sees outside for ball number 1. One-0 delivery, missing low, makes a count 2-0 to the third baseman for the Pioneers. Pitch missing out. 3-0 the count. Runner on first. 2 away. This game getting underway. This one actually scheduled for 9 innings tonight. They played 7 last night. 9-inning game scheduled here tonight. The 3-0 pitch comes in on the inner edge, and taking all the way was Schneider. Count moves to 3-1. Three-one delivery from Olson. It comes in missing low and inside, and after a single and a walk, runners on first and second for the Pioneers with 2 away. Brings in the right fielder, Aiden Orr.
Next up for the Pioneers, right fielder number 1, 8-4.
first pitch to Orr, a fly ball, and Cooper Schneider there to haul that one in. An easy fly out for him to handle. That will end the inning as we head to the bottom of the first. The A's and Pioneers, 0-0 at this point. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Alex Gallion set to lead off here in the bottom of the first, a 0-0 ball game after the Pioneers would get 2 quick outs, then they can get 2 on and strand 2 to end the inning. So it is Dale Fry getting the start on the mound for the Pioneers, and the first pitch in to Alex Gallion, called strike. So it will be Gallion, Schneider, and Black due up here in this inning. 0-1 pitch coming from Fry, and a grounder sent to the second baseman, and the throw to first easily in time. 1 away for your Dodge City A's. Brings up Cooper Schneider. First pitch to Schneider, missing a little high for ball number 1. One 0 count coming from Fry, catching the outer part of the zone. That will even the count at 1 apiece. Fry making his fifth appearance, has made 4 so far. 1 start for the Pioneers. 12 innings pitched, allowed 17 hits, 13 runs, only 8 earned. Has walked 5 and struck out 15, a 6.00 ERA for him. The 3-1 count to Schneider. Coming from Fry. Comes set and delivers a strike on the outer edge, and a full count to Cooper Schneider. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. The payoff pitch from Fry as he comes set, delivers, and Schneider jammed on the inside, but gets enough of a barrel on it to foul it off, and will do the payoff over again. Gallion grounded out to the second baseman to lead off this inning. Cooper Schneider, the two-hole hitter and center fielder for the Dodge City A's here tonight. Schneider takes a look. The payoff pitch over again, missing outside, and Schneider showing patience, able to draw a walk, and that will bring up Jordan Black. Black, the designated hitter tonight for the Dodge City A's. He will step in to face Fry with one on and one away. The Pioneers in gray pants, their blue tops, as Black will foul that one off for strike number one. So their blue tops, red numerals and letters outlined in white, American flags on the back, the Pioneers logo on the left arm. Their blue caps, red bills, and caught in a rundown is Cooper Schneider, and overthrown and getting into left field the ball. Schneider over to third on a throwing error by the first baseman of the Pioneers. So a stolen base and an error puts runner just 90 feet away for the Dodge City A's, and that pitch missing out makes it 1-1. Jordan Black at bat right now for the A's, and the go-ahead run 90 feet away after the steal and error. It was a throwing error by the first baseman, and that pitch called strike, not to the pleasure of Jordan Black. 1-2, the count to him. 1-2 pitch. A line drive, but twisting and falls foul up the left field line, and will do the 1-2 over again. Coach DeVille over in the third base coaching box. And it looks like Caden Norman coaching at first base. 1-2 pitch over again coming from Fry as he comes set and delivers that one on the outer edge. Called strike will get Black looking, 2 away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in the catcher, Peter Tassler. Tassler set to face Fry with Cooper Schneider just 90 feet away. First pitch in to Tassler, catching the inner edge of the zone for strike number 1. Dale Fry in his 5th appearance. Last pitched against the Hayes Larks on July the 22nd. A 13-1 loss for the Pioneers. Fry pitched 5 innings in that affair, a high pop-up that will get out and be fielded by the right fielder, and that will end the inning as the A's strand 1, a 0-0 ball game as we head to the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. 0-1 count and a fly ball headed out to left field. Brian Gardner there to haul that one in. 2 pitches, 1 away for the Pioneers here in the top of the second. 0-0 here at Cavalier. The final home game for the Dodge City A's. One more game left in the season after tonight. The A's travel to Liberal to take on the BJs in another non-league contest tomorrow night. It will be the final game of the 2023 season for the Dodge City A's. A swing and foul tip has McCollum down in the count 0-1. Carter Olson fires in, and that one enough to catch the inner part of the zone has McCollum down in the count 0-2. The A's 19-18 overall on the season after the 6-3 loss to these Pioneers last night. Chopped to the third baseman Stutz. Throw to first in time for out number 2. Two away for the Pioneers, and Reese Francis, the designated hitter, stepping in for the Pioneers. Carter Olson making his second appearance for the Dodge City A's. 2.1 innings pitched, got the win in his lone appearance. Gave up 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 3. The 0-1 count to Francis, missing low, will even the count at 1 apiece. One pitch, a chopper fielded by Gallion, throw to first in time, and a quick 1-2-3 inning, a much-needed 1-2-3 for the Dodge City A's as we head to the bottom of the second. 0-0 here at Cavalier Field. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back in to Cavalier Field as we head into the bottom of the second. A 0-0 ball game, and a bit of fun happening here as a young kids catcher's race. They had to start down by their coach near the third base coaching box, come down close to home plate, put on catcher's gear, and run back. Quite a feat to get on catcher's gear for these young children, but it will be. Williams, Sandoval, and Gardner due up as we head into the bottom of the second inning. The first pitch in to Nolan Williams, taken outside for ball number 1. Of course, Dale Fry out working his second inning of work for the Pioneers. 1-0 pitch taken high, but called strike. That will even the count at 1 apiece to Williams. Nolan Williams joining me on the broadcast up here last night, getting to make some color commentary as the A's would fall 6-3 to these Pioneers. That pitch fouled off, and the count runs 1-2. Nolan Williams hit by pitch, and that will bring in Matthew Sandoval. One runner aboard for the Dodge City A's, and importantly, the leadoff runner on for the first time in this ball game. That pitch taken strike on the outer edge to Sandoval has him down in the count 0-1. Of course, Matthew Sandoval, the lone returner from last year's A's team, a throw over to first, not in time. And the A's looking to take advantage of base runners here. Cooper Schneider would get on in the bottom of the first, would get on via the walk, steal over, and then a throwing error by the first baseman that would see the ball go out into left field. Schneider would be stranded at third as Peter Tassler would fly out to right to end the inning. The 1-0 pitch, or 0-1 rather, misses outside, makes it 1-1. 2 throws over to first to check on Williams, and a 1-1 count now to Sandoval. The 1-1 pitch, catching enough of the outer edge of the zone to be called a strike, has Sandoval down in the count 1-2. Fry working from the first base side of the rubber comes set. The 1-2 delivery comes in high, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. Third baseman for the Pioneers playing off the line a little bit, almost to the edge of the third base cutout. The middle infield playing back. And a throw over to first to check on Williams again, not in time. The center fielder, McCollum, shading Sandoval to the left field side. And a shallow fly ball out into left center field that will get down, and that will put runners on first and second. The first hit of the ball game for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Brian Gardner to face Fry with 2 on and nobody out. The A's playing in the bottom of the second in this 9-inning affair. Game 2 of the non-conference series between the A's and Pioneers. Gardner, the right-hander, steps in to face the right-handed Fry. Fry delivers the first pitch outside in the opposite batter's box for ball number 1. And the catcher Freeman going to go out and have a quick conversation with Fry. Talk about the defensive alignment for the Pioneers. From left to right in the outfield, it is Wegner, McCollum, and Orr. And from third to first across the infield, Schneider, Lehman, Halleck, and Asensio. Fry on the mound, and his battery mate behind home plate, Freeman. That fastball missing high makes it 2-0 to Gardner. Sandoval down at first, Nolan Williams at second. The A's trying to take advantage of runners on here early in the inning, and that pitch fouled off makes it 2-1 for Brian Gardner. Of course, during the broadcast last night, I was talking to Nolan Williams. Nolan getting the opportunity to play with his home team in the NBC College World Series. So that will be coming up. That starts on the 3rd of August. And then, of course, there is the Summer Ball Showdown, which occurs also in Wichita. That, I believe, kicks off on August the 2nd. 2-2 count to Brian Gardner. Of course, the A's, due to limited numbers, will be ending the season. That pitch grounded to the shortstop, steps on first or second base himself, and the throw to first in time. That will move Williams over to third. Now 2 away for the Dodge City A's. That brings in Jordan Rodriguez. Rodriguez steps in to face Fry. Rodriguez, the 8-hole hitter and shortstop tonight for the Dodge City A's, takes the first pitch he sees on the outer edge for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch coming from Fry, missing inside, will even the count at 1 apiece. Jordan Rodriguez hit in the 8-hole last night, a fielder's choice, a ground out, and a walk. His night at the plate for the Dodge City A's. Pitch is fouled off, and that will move the count 1-2. One, 2 count coming from Fry. Comes set, looks over at third. Rodriguez grounds that one. It goes through the gap, and that will score the run. The RBI single for Jordan Rodriguez gives the A's the 1-0 lead. Brings in Dawson Stutz. Stutz, the 9-hole hitter tonight for the Dodge City A's. So the A's completing now their first trip through the batting order. The first pitch in to Stutz, catching the outer edge of the zone, called strike for strike number 1. Fry looking in, runner on first, 2 away. The A's a 1-0 lead, as Fry will throw back to first to check on Rodriguez. Rodriguez, not as much of a threat to steal for the Dodge City A's. Still some speed, but not as big of a steal threat as other runners. Throw back to first again as he was trying to catch Rodriguez sleeping. Of course, J-Rod had his lead, was out about the cutout at first base. 0-1 count to Stutz, and a ball gets away from some of the youth players out behind the third base dugout. Gets onto the field, and that's thrown out. We'll get back to work. 0-1 count to Stutz. Ball missing low and inside, evens a count at 1 apiece. That pitch catching enough of the zone to be called strike has Stutz down in the count 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning as the A's strike first and score one. They lead this one 1-0. We're headed to the top of the third. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Nine, 1-2 due up for the Pioneers as we enter the third inning. A swing and a miss, and that will get Freeman down in the count 0-1. Freeman, the 9-hole hitter for the Pioneers. The righty-righty matchup. Olson delivers the 0-1 pitch, missing up high. That will even the count at 1 apiece. Olson making his second appearance for the Dodge City A's. A swing and a miss by Freeman has him down in the count 1-2. Olson pitched against the Plainsmen a 2 1/3 inning outing back on July the 9th. And that pitch was fouled off. We'll do the 1-2 over again. Of course, the A's and Plainsmen would play a 6-game series, 3 in North Platte, 3 here at home, and that pitch called strike, 1 away. That will get Freeman looking, and the second strikeout of the game for Carter Olson. That will turn the lineup over to Lehman. Lehman, who flew out to center his last time up. Lehman batting .305 on the season for the Pioneers, and first pitch in for ball number 1. .1-0 pitch, catching the outer edge of the zone, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. Olson working from the first base side of the rubber. 1-1 delivery, misses out. 2-1 the count to Lehman. 2-1 delivery, a fly ball headed out into right field, and Williams will play it off the wall. Lehman digging for second, and that will be the second hit of the ball game for the Pioneers. One away. The first extra base hit of the ball game for the Pioneers off the double by Lehman. Brings up Brad Halleck. Halleck, a strikeout victim, his first time up. First pitch well inside. 1-0 the count to Halleck. Halleck batting .278 on the season for the Pioneers. 1-0 delivery is Lehman with a lead off of second. Fielded by Gallion, throw to first, 4-1, and that will move the tying run over to third. 2 away for the Pioneers. Two away, and that brings in the first baseman, Michael Asensio. Asensio, the other hit in this ball game, his last time up, a single through the gap, and he will foul off the first pitch he sees down in the count, 0-1. Asensio batting .295 on the season. Steps in for the second time against Carter Olson. Olson winds and delivers. A fastball outside makes it 1-1. One delivery, catching the inner edge, makes it 1-2. Two count to Asensio. A foul ball, and we will see the 2-2 over again from Carter Olson. Michael Asensio on plate at bat right now. 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. The deuce is wild, and the swinging strike that will end the inning as the Pioneers strand one. It is a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Dodge City A's as we head to the bottom of the third. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. The A's turn the lineup over as we go back to the top of the order with Alex Gallion to lead off the third inning. Gallion takes the first pitch he sees, fouls it off for strike number one. Gallion grounded out to second, his last time up. Alex Gallion batting .298 on the season for the Dodge City A's. A high pop-up being chased down by Halleck, taken for out number one. And that will bring in Cooper Schneider. Schneider, the center fielder, would get on via a walk, steal over to second, and then get to third on a throwing error. A 1-0 ball game in favor of the Dodge City A's. First pitch coming to Schneider. For Schneider, batting .286 on the season, takes that one just a bit outside for ball number one. .1-0 delivery from Fry. Fry working his third inning of work. Grounded hard at the shortstop. Not able to make the backhanded glove stop. And a runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. An infield single for Cooper Schneider. Brings up Jordan Black. Runner on and one away. Black swinging for strike number one. Oh, 1 count to Black. Taken a bit high, evens a count at one apiece. Jordan Black would get caught looking his last time up. Black batting .244 on the season. The 1-1 pitch coming from Fry. Looks over at first, delivers high for ball number two. Two-one delivery from Fry, catching the inner part of the zone. Evens a count at two apiece to Jordan Black. Someone warming up in the bullpen for the Pioneers. And Schneider getting a lead off of first. Draws the attention of Fry. Schneider back safely. 2-2 count. Delivered outside. A full count now for Jordan Black. One away. The countdown on the scoreboard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. And the payoff pitch coming from Fry as he comes set. Looks over at first. Delivers in a high pop-up that will be easily playable. Wagner taking several steps in. And out number 2 for the Dodge City A's. 2 away, and that brings in Peter Tassler. Cooper Schneider still at first. Tassler would fly out to right his last time up. Tassler batting .296 on the season for the A's. And a fly ball headed out to left center field, and taking about 5 steps to his right is McCollum. Takes it for out number 3. The A's strand 1, lead this one 1-0 through 3 complete. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Last time up. Schneider batting .243 for the Pioneers, and he'll ground one up the baseline, and a foot race. Sandoval taking it, a 3U out number one for the Pioneers. First pitch swinging was Schneider and one away. That will bring in Aiden Orr, or a fly out to center, his last time up. Orr batting .355 for the Pioneers. Set to take the first pitch from Carter Olson. It is down low for ball number one. 1-0 count to Orr. I believe Orr was first pitch swinging his last time up. Pitch missing outside. 2-0 the count for Orr. Final game of the season for the Western Nebraska Pioneers, as they will make the long trip back to Scotts Bluff after this game tonight. 2-1 the count now to Orr. Of course, the A's one more game on the season. They will travel to Liberal tomorrow night for one last matchup with the BJs. 3-1 count to Orr, one away. The A's lead 1-0. The Pioneers, no runs, 2 hits. They've committed 1 error. The Dodge City A's 1 run on 3 hits. No errors for them. That one popped up, and it will be a foul ball as it falls just between Tassler and Stutz. A full count to Orr. The countdown on the scoreboard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Payoff pitch as Olson comes set. Delivers a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Orr. 2 away for the Pioneers. The 4th strikeout of the game for Carter Olson. That brings in James Wagner. Wagner would fly out to left his last time up. Wagner led off the 1-2-3 inning back in the top of the second for the Pioneers. Takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. An 0-1 count as Olson's going to step off the mound. Takes a stroll around the backside of the mound, and he's ready to go. Steps back on. Olson and Tassler, teammates during the college school year. A swing and a miss, and that will get Wagner down in the count 0-2. Olson and Tassler both play for the Dodge City Community College Conquistadors and will be teammates again this year. Another swing, a foul tip, and that will end the inning as Wagner goes down on strikes. And a 1-2-3 inning as we head to the bottom of the 4th, a 1-0 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, we have a ketchup and mustard race, and Mustard taking the traditional back path around the base paths. They're going to cross at second. It is a close race, and here comes Ketchup rounding close to third. Mustard almost to first, and it's a foot race as they both get close to home. It's neck and neck. Mustard comes in second behind Ketchup, winning the race. And that is the ketchup and mustard race for the Dodge City A's youth program. Dodge City A's youth night here at Cavalier Field. It is the A's youth program getting to take in the college A's here tonight. New pitcher on the mound for the Pioneers. We'll tell you about it when we come back. Hames taking over the mound for the Pioneers, making his 11th appearance. 2 game starts for him. 21 and a third innings pitched, allowed 22 hits, 13 runs, 9 earned, has walked 15 and struck out 22. An 0-1 record for Hames and a 3.79 ERA. So it will be Williams, Sandoval, and Gardner due up this inning for your Dodge City A's. And Nolan Williams stepping in. He was hit by pitch his last time up, takes the first pitch he sees, grounds it to the shortstop Lehman. Throw to first in time for out number 1. First pitch, 1 out, and that will bring in Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval, a single, and was tied up in a double play his last time up. Nolan Williams batting .258 on the season. Matthew Sandoval batting .325. Sandoval set to take the first pitch from the new pitcher Hames, and it is a ground ball up the first base side, but foul for strike number 1. A's leading 1-0 through 3.5 complete here at Cavalier Field, the final home game of the 2023 season. That pitch missing outside and low, evens a count at 1 apiece. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. The 1-1 delivery coming from Hames. A chopper back up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Halleck. Throw to first, not in time, and a bang-bang play, but the speed of Sandoval able to beat that one out. Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. A high chopper, and Sandoval legs it out. An infield single. A's with a runner on and 1 away. Brian Gardner at the plate now, a ground out to short his last time up. Brian Gardner batting .188 on the season. Takes the first pitch and grounds it to the third baseman. Throw to second for 1. The throw to first in time. The twin killing ends the inning. A 1-2-3 unconventional inning for the Dodge City A's, but nonetheless, 4 complete here at Cavalier Field, a 1-0 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Top of the fifth, Carter Olson working his fifth inning of work for the Dodge City A's. After the A's go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fourth, it'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hole due up for the Pioneers. McCollum, Francis, and Freeman due up this inning. Hunter McCollum, a ground out to third, his last time up. The Pioneers still working their second trip through the batting order. A swing and a miss, and McCollum down in the count, 0-1. Carter Olson has retired 5 straight. 3 of those 5 via a strikeout. The pitch in for strike number 2 has McCollum down in the count, 0-2. Olson on the first base side of the rubber comes set. The 0-2 delivery. Missing low, bouncing in the turf for ball number 1. 1-2 the count to McCollum. Olson comes set, delivers. That one down low as well. That will even the count at 2 apiece. So after Olson gets ahead on McCollum, 0-2, now even at 2 apiece. 2-2 delivery. Olson shakes off a couple, comes set. Delivers high, a full count now to McCollum. McCollum worked the count all the way back full, and a payoff pitch from Olson. Delivered, it's low, leadoff runner aboard for the Pioneers. The first time this ball game, it has taken 5 innings, but the first time the Pioneers have had their leadoff aboard. Brings in Reese Francis, the designated hitter tonight for the Pioneers. A ground out to second, his last time up. The throw down to second, wide of the second base bag as McCollum steals. Runner now in scoring position for the Pioneers. No one out. Runner on second. And a 1-0 count to Francis. Still no work in the Dodge City A's bullpen, and Olson will look McCollum back to second. Defensive alignment for your Dodge City A's from left to right in the outfield. It is Gardner, Schneider, and Williams. From third to first across the infield as that one is fouled off. It is Stutz, Rodriguez, Gallion, and Sandoval. Of course, Carter Olson on the mound and Peter Tassler, the battery mate behind home plate. The defensive alignment for your Dodge City A's. 0-2 the count as that one swung on and missed, and that is the 6th strikeout of the ball game for Carter Olson. Brings in Trevor Freeman. Freeman, a strikeout victim his last time up. First pitch in to Freeman for strike number 1, and Carter Olson working effectively here against the Pioneers. 6 strikeouts in this ball game for Olson as he comes set. Looks back at second. The 0-1 delivery is swung on and missed. Down in the count, 0-2 is the catcher Freeman. The Pioneers on a long road trip have played against the Hazelarks and Liberal BJs. And, of course, the Dodge City A's, their last stop here to end the season. A foul ball that buzzes the tower here at the press box. And we will do the 0-2 over again. Olson working his 5th inning for the Dodge City A's. One away, runner on second. Freeman looking in, ready, and Olson will look McCollum back to second. 0-2 delivery as Olson has his sign come set. Delivers down low for ball number 1. Carter Olson, usually a designated hitter slash first baseman, not usually a pitcher, but being used in that capacity as the A's pitching staff nearly depleted at this point. A 1-2 count to Freeman. Olson looks back, delivers high and inside to even the count at 2 apiece. Shadows starting to cast across the field here at Cavalier as the sun's starting to sink here in Dodge City. 2-2 pitch. A drive right back at the shortstop. Rodriguez fielded, throw to first in time, 2 away for the Pioneers. And Trevor Freeman just not happy with himself, but what a play by Jordan Rodriguez to cut that ball off and get on his feet to make the throw over to first. 2 away as the Pioneers turn the lineup over. Back at the top of the order with James Lehman. Lehman a double his last time up. Lehman facing Olson for the 3rd time in this ball game. First pitch to Lehman, catching the outer edge. Down in the count, 0-1. Lehman has hit 1 home run on the season, has driven in 12. The 0-1 pitch, called strike on that outer edge again, and Olson may have found something that works here. 0-2 count, but Olson has worked ahead on several batters, but seen them come back into the count to even work full counts. The 0-2 delivery, high and outside for ball number 1. There again, Olson working that outer edge. We'll see what he does here. Olson set, delivers, it's down low, bounces away from Tassler, but blocked, keeps it ahead of him. 2-2 the count to Lehman. Trevor Freeman just ahead of Lehman, worked a 2-2 count as well before he would ground out to the shortstop Rodriguez. Olson set, delivers a swing and a miss, and that will end the inning as Lehman goes down on strikes. The 7th strikeout of the game for Carter Olson. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. The A's leading 1-0. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Rodriguez leading off the bottom of the fifth for the Dodge City A's. It is Rodriguez, Stutz, and Gallion due up this inning. The first pitch by Rodriguez sent out to the second baseman Halleck, throw to first in time, and quickly one away for the Dodge City A's. Rodriguez grounds out to second. He would hit a single through the gap that would score the lone run for the Dodge City A's back in the bottom of the second. Dawson Stutz steps in, a strikeout victim, his last time up. Stutz fouls that one off, down in the count 0-1. Jordan Rodriguez batting .286 on the season. Dawson Stutz batting .241. That pitch called strike. 0-2 the count to Dawson Stutz. One away for the A's. That one missing low and outside makes it 1-2. Sun setting here at Cavalier Field as lights come on in the final game of the 2023 season here at Cavalier Field. Swung on and missed. Stutz goes down on strikes. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. That will turn the lineup over to Alex Gallion. Gallion steps in, a .359 on-base percentage, .310 slugging, as he would pop out to second his last time up. 0 for 2 in the ball game is Gallion, as that pitch missing outside and low is ball number 1. One 0 delivery coming to Gallion. Taken low and outside again for ball number 2. A slider that misses into the opposite batter's box. 2-0 delivery, hit foul over the clubhouse. Makes it 2-1 to Gallion. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. 2 quick outs by the new pitcher Hames. Hames in his second inning of relief for the starter Dale Fry. Pitch missing low. They check on the swing. They say no. 3-1 the count to Alex Gallion. Pioneers elect to keep the middle infield back. And that pitch catching the upper part of the zone. A full count now for Alex Gallion. Payoff pitch coming from Hames as he comes set. Delivers a chopper that will be fielded by the third baseman Schneider. Throw to first in time. And Asensio able to hold on to that one. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Dodge City A's as we head to the top of the 6th. A's leading this one 1-0. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. another ketchup and mustard race won by Mustard here as Dodge City Youth A's night happening here at Cavalier Field in the final game of the 2023 season here at Cavalier Field. Take this opportunity, we'll thank our Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, Curbs Law Office, Lewis Automotive Group, and McDonald's Kill Enterprises, LLC. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Carter Olson working his 6th inning of work as the Pioneers will send Halleck, Asensio, and Schneider due up this inning. Brad Halleck on at bat now, a 2-0 count as the first pitch misses high, and that one down low, 2-0. Halleck with 22 RBIs on the season, and that one comes in, will plunk him, and for the second inning in a row, the leadoff runner aboard for the Pioneers. The first hit by pitch issued by Carter Olson. And that will bring in Michael Asensio. Asensio, the first baseman, he would strike out swinging his last time up. Asensio with 20 RBIs on the season for himself. A swing and a miss has Asensio down in the count, 0-1. Olson looking in. Work beginning down in the A's bullpen. A 1-1 count now to Asensio with one on and nobody out. 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. Moves the count 1-2. One-two delivery from Olson. Catches the inner part of the zone, and down on strikes is Asensio. He'll be caught for the second time. Looking this time, though, for out number one. The 8th strikeout of the ball game for Carter Olson, and that brings in Cameron Schneider. That pitch misses, makes it 1-0. Pitch missing high, 2-0 the count for Cameron Schneider. Gallion stepping in a few steps. 2-1 the count for Cameron Schneider. Schneider on the season has 17 RBIs, and the throwdown to second on the stealing Halleck. Throw not even close, and a 2-2 count for Schneider. Runner in scoring position for the Pioneers with one away. The 2-2 pitch missing inside and low, a full count. Schneider draws a walk. Runners on first and second with one away. That brings in Aiden or a strikeout victim his last time up, and we're going to have a mound visit as the entire infield comes in to talk this one over. Of course, Olson into his 6th inning of work. His previous outing, only 2 1/3. We will see what the A's elect to do here, as there is a person down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. Runners on first and second for the Pioneers. And the A's clinging to a 1-0 lead. Coach Esteban Cardoza going to stay with Olson here at this point. We will see what happens should another runner get on. So we will go back to work. Runners on first and second. Aiden Orr stepping in. He struck out his last time up. 8 strikeouts in the ballgame for Carter Olson. An impressive outing for someone who has only pitched 2 times this summer. First pitch in to Orr, missing low for ball number 1. Orr with 2 home runs and 22 RBIs on the season. Olson looks in, has his sign and come set. Takes a look back at second. The 1-0 pitch catching the inner and lower part of the zone will even the count at 1 apiece. 2 free passes have put runners on. The Pioneers steal scoreless. So far, a high fly ball, and it could be trouble. It will drop on the wall. Here comes one, and the stop sign held up at third base. A RBI double for Aiden Orr. Tie ball game with runners on second and third. And the A's are going to make a pitching change. We'll tell you about it when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Eric Mendoza takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's, and his first pitch goes wild for ball number 1 to Wagner, and now the Pioneers lead this game 2-1, have scored both runs here in the top of the 6th. Both go against Carter Olson. Olson goes 5 1/3. A high pop-up by Wagner, and that one will fall foul. 1-1, the count to him. One count to Wagner. Eric Mendoza, the high school senior, on the mound for the Dodge City A's, and 1-2, the count to Wagner. The A's now behind for the first time in this ball game as 2-run score, 1 away, and runner on third for the Pioneers. The curveball, and they say no, he did not go on the check swing. 2-2, the count. Mendoza tried to get him on the backdoor bender. That one did get Wagner to go around a swing and a miss, 2 away. The first batter that Mendoza faces is a strikeout, and Mendoza just one more out away from getting out of this inning for the Dodge City A's. Mendoza, a Dodge City High School product, going into his senior year. A high pop-up up the elevator chute. Peter Tausler's tracking it. He's got it. That'll be out number 3. 1 pitch, 1 out, and that will end the inning as Hunter McCollum just stands there and admires that one after being caught by Peter Tausler. That ends the inning. The Pioneers lead for the first time in Strand 1. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jordan Stanton on the mound for the Western Nebraska Pioneers as they are playing their final game of the season. Garrett Hames goes 2 innings, allows 1 hit, and strikes out 1, faces the minimum at 6 for 2 innings. The A's trailing 2-1, and it is Schneider, Black, and Tassler due up for the Dodge City A's. Stanton on the mound for the Pioneers. Let's take a look at his statistics. The first pitch in to Cooper Schneider, called strike, down in the count 0-1. Schneider a walk and a single so far in the ball game, and that pitch catching the outer edge has Snyder down 0-2. Stanton making his third appearance for the Pioneers. 5 innings pitched, has struck out 5, and that pitch blocked outside. 1-2 the count for Cooper Schneider. Schneider a .433 on base percentage, a .352 slugging, as that pitch fouled off down the third base line, and we will do the 1-2 over again. Lights starting to take effect here at Cavalier Field as the sun in the stage of the final set here tonight. A grounder that's going to get through a stop by Halleck, a diving stop, but not able to hold on to it to get the throw off. An infield single for Cooper Schneider. Diving stop for Halleck, and that's about all he could do to keep Schneider at bay at first. The A's with 5 hits so far in this ballgame, and that will bring in Jordan Black, the designated hitter. Black a strikeout and a pop out to left makes him 0-2. The first pitch he sees from Stanton will be fouled off for strike number 1. Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. And for the first time since the second inning, the leadoff runner is aboard. Jordan Black, a .423 on base percentage, .436 slugging. Throw over to first, close, but not in time. Will go back to work for the 0-1 pitch to Jordan Black. Stanton looks over at first and comes set. 0-1 delivery in. It will hit Black, and that will put runners on first and second. That was high and inside, and looks like it might have hit him on the hands. Either way, a hit by pitch, 2 on and nobody out. So that will bring in the catcher, Peter Tassler. Tassler a fly out to right and a fly out to center. So far, Tassler a .381 on base percentage, .370 slugging, and he will go to work. The first pitch he sees from Stanton right down the middle for strike number 1. Stanton a fastball right down the pike and gets Tassler down in the count. 0-1 delivery as Stanton comes set. Looks in and takes a look back at second. That pitch outside, missing low, will even the count at 1 apiece. Schneider at second. Black at first. Nobody out. Count even at 1 apiece. Stanton comes set. Take a long look back at second. Schneider starts to get a lead off the pitch in. A fastball missing off the outer edge. 2-1 the count now for Tassler. Tassler fouls that one off, and that will even the count at 2 apiece. 3 Kansas Community College products on the field right now for the Dodge City A's. Schneider and Tassler for Dodge City, and Jordan Black playing at Johnson County. The 2-2 delivery. Stanton looks in, has his sign, and comes set. Schneider gets a bit of a lead. Schneider takes off. The runners go, and the pitch is fouled off will see the 2-2 again. The A's doing what they did earlier in the season where they would find success, and that's steal early and steal often. The double steal was on as runners were going. We'll see if the A's do it again here. 2-2 count. Stanton comes set. Runners go. That pitch popped up, and it will drop foul yet again. Cooper Schneider at second. Jordan Black at first. The A's playing in the final home game of the 2023 season. A's trailing 2-1 after the Pioneers would plate 2 in the top of the 6th. The A's would score their lone run in the bottom of the 2nd. 2-2 delivery. Misses out, and a full count now for Tassler. Payoff pitch coming as Stanton looks in. Has his sign and comes set. Payoff pitch with 2 on and nobody out. It is a foul ball off the end of the bat for Tassler, and we'll see the payoff over again. Peter Tassler working in an extended at bat here. And that is something where the A's have found success, being able to get into bullpens and even going deeper into bullpens against their opponents this season. The payoff pitch, part 2, comes in back up the middle. It will double off Cooper Schneider as it is a line drive right back at the second baseman Halleck. 2 away and now just 1 on. Nolan Williams steps in, grounding out to the shortstop his last time up. A swing and a miss has him down in the count 0-1. Williams with a .355 on-base percentage, .441 slugging this season. Stanton takes a look over at Black at first, will throw over, but not in time. And we will go back to a 0-1 count on Nolan Williams. Of course, Williams will continue his season after playing here for the Dodge City A's. Will make a trip to Wichita to play in the NBC with his home team. 1-1 the count to Williams. 1-1 pitch, a fly ball over the head of the shortstop. Black rounding second. That'll put runners on the corners, and actually Nolan Williams will advance to second on the throw. A single for Williams. Matthew Sandoval stepping up with runners on second and third and 2 away. Sandoval a single, actually 2 singles, 2 for 2 in the ball game. Has been involved in double plays both times he's been at the plate. The first pitch he sees from Stanton, a foul ball over the netting for strike number 1. Matthew Sandoval, .438 slugging, or .438 on base, .375 slugging this season. It's the A's playing their final home game of the 2023 season. One more game left as they will make the trip to Liberal tomorrow to take on the BJs in the season finale. That pitch missing evens a count at 1 apiece. 1-1 count. Sandoval working from the backside of the batter's box. A fly ball that should be playable. McCollum there to haul that one in. The A's strand 2. And that will end the inning as the A's trail 2-1 going to the top of the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Eight, 9, and 1 due up for the Pioneers. It is Francis, Freeman, and Lehman. The first pitch chopped foul for strike 1. That one called on the inner edge. Down in the count 0-2 is Francis. Francis, a strikeout victim his last time up. And that pitch spiked low. 1-2, the count to Francis. Francis 0 for 2 in the ball game. A line drive that gets down in center field and lead off aboard for the Pioneers. Freeman steps in a ground out to short his last time up. Freeman, the catcher tonight for the Pioneers, 0 for 2 his night at the plate. A strikeout and a ground out facing the high school senior Mendoza. Pitch missing outside makes it 1-0. Two and 0 the count. And a pass ball by Peter Tassler allows Francis over into scoring position at second base. 2-0 delivery coming from Mendoza. Mendoza working from about the center of the rubber, throws in low for ball number 3. 3-0 count. And that pitch taken on the inner edge for strike one. The A's trail 2-1 after the A's led 1-0. Scoring in the bottom of the second. The A's 1 run on 6 hits. The Pioneers 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Pitch is fouled off, and that runs the count full. Payoff pitch coming from Mendoza. Looks in, has a sign, and will step off. Francis getting a lead off of second, and the payoff pitch missing outside will put runners on first and second with nobody away. Tassler's going to go out, have a conversation with Mendoza. And a fresh at bat stepping in with James Lehman. Lehman, a fly out, a double, and a strikeout. Makes him 1 for 3 as the Pioneers begin their 4th trip through the batting order here in the top of the 7th. Lehman takes a step out of the box. Runners on first and second, nobody out. The A's playing their middle infield in, and Lehman sends the first pitch he sees foul for strike number 1. A 7-game road trip for the Western Nebraska Pioneers as they wrap up their season, and a 1-1 count to James Lehman. 1-1 pitch. A fly ball that goes out to left field, taken by Gardner, and Francis will retreat back to second, 1 away. Francis not happy with himself. Lehman not happy with himself as he produces out number 1. Brad Halleck steps in. He was hit by pitch. His last time up would be the first run to score for the Pioneers. Takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1 from Eric Mendoza. Runners on first and second, 1 away. And that pitch, a check swing by Halleck. Appeal down, and they say, yes, he did. A 1-1 count to Halleck. Mendoza looks back at second, fires in. The ball gets away from Tassler, and that will move both runners up. Both advances in this inning have been off of a passed ball. Three and 1, the count to Halleck after the pass ball puts both runners in scoring position. The entire infield in for the Dodge City A's. A fly ball out to right, drops in ahead of Nolan Williams. The throw home. In time, it was up the line, and a well-placed throw by Nolan Williams, and out number 2, the Pioneers have runners on the corners. Wow, what a throw. What a throw. Nolan Williams continues to impress me this season. His athleticism on the base paths, and what a cannon to throw out Reese Francis at home plate. Two away, runners on the corners for Asensio. The first pitch Asensio sees is down low for ball number one. Asensio, a strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking, and a single for him way back in the first. 1-0 pitch, chopped foul, will move the count even at one apiece. Wow, I still like the throw by Nolan Williams. What a throw. Well, and the wherewithal for Peter Tassler, he was positioned up the line to begin with. And just a perfectly placed throw. Pitch down low, and stealing is Halleck. Runners on second and third with two away, a 3-1 count to Asensio. Mendoza looks in, has his sign. Delivers a called strike on the inner edge. Asensio thought it was ball four, but the count runneth full, and we will see what Mendoza can do here with the payoff pitch. He delivers. It is inside off the body of Asensio, and that will load the bases. It was ball four no matter what, but it is bases loaded for the Pioneers with two away. That brings in Cameron Schneider. Schneider has worked two different walks in this ball game and would ground out to first, sandwiched in between. Bases loaded with two away. The first pitch by Mendoza, missing low for ball number one. Mendoza pitching against college athletes is just a high school senior. Pitch right down the middle, called strike, evens a count at one apiece. Eric Mendoza came in relief of Carter Olson, who went 5 1/3, allowed just 3 hits and 2 runs. That pitch missing low makes it 2-1. Two-one delivery coming from Mendoza. Looks in, has his sign. Comes set, delivers a ball just off the edge and low, makes the count 3-1. Bases loaded, nowhere to put Schneider, and that will walk in a run. Pioneers lead this one 3-1, and bases still loaded. Three walks worked by Cameron Schneider in this ball game, and that brings in Aiden Orr a single his last time up. Actually, it was a double. A swing and a foul gets Orr down in the count 0-2. Orr, the seventh batter to come to the plate this inning as the Pioneers lead this game 3-1. Dropped 3 against the Hayes Larks and 2 to the Liberal BJs, and the A's in danger of falling back even on the season. The ball gets away from Tassler. A 1-2 count now to Orr. Bases loaded with 2 away, and nobody in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. The 1-2 pitch misses high. A backdoor curve that didn't curve enough. Evens a count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Deuces wild. And a swing and a miss. Mendoza able to work the strikeout of Orr. Orr strikes out for the second time in this ball game. And the Pioneers leave them loaded, leading this game 3-1. It is stretch time here in Dodge City. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Eight and 9, it is Gardner, Rodriguez, and Stutz due to the plate this inning. Bottom of the 7th, the A's trailing 3-1. Stanton back on the mound for the Pioneers. Brian Gardner steps in, a ground out double play, his last time up. That pitch for strike number 1. The Pioneers, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Your A's, 1 run on 6 hits. A high fly ball. It is lost in the outfield. Gardner digging for second. The throw in, not in time. And the right fielder, Orr, just completely lost that ball. A double for Brian Gardner, and the A's have a runner in scoring position to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Jordan Rodriguez stepping to the plate, a single and a ground out for him. Brian Gardner, .350 on base percentage, .219 slugging. Jordan Rodriguez, .375 on base, .304 slugging for him. The first pitch he sees from Stanton outside for ball number 1. .1-0 delivery coming from Stanton. Looks back at second. Delivers well outside for ball number 2. Stanton has a bit of a, I don't know if you want to call it a ritual or what it is, but with a runner on second, he'll look back at second, looks in again, and then takes another look back at second, and a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Stanton only does it when there's a runner on second. So he will step on, looks in, gets his sign, comes set, takes a look back at second, looks in. Pitch misses high, makes it 3-1. So only one look back at second that time, and the catcher Freeman going to go out and have a conversation with Stanton. Runner on second after Brian Gardner leads off with a double, and just a completely misplayed lost ball in the sky by Aiden Orr. 3-1 the count to Rodriguez, and Stanton will step on, has his sign, come set. Black getting his lead, not Black, Brian Gardner on at second, and Jordan Rodriguez draws the walk. That puts runners on first and second with nobody out. And the A's have a little bit of something cooking here. The A's had runners on first and second in the last inning. And would get a double play as Tassler would line back to the second baseman. 0-1 count to Dawson Stutz. Stutz has been a strikeout victim both times he's been at the plate. Oh-1 delivery. Stanton looks back. Stutz shows bunt, pulls back, takes it for strike number 2. And all bets are the bunt will be off. Juan Rivera was down in the bullpen earlier for the Dodge City A's. Looks like he's getting some warm-up stretches near the dugout with the plyo bands. Pitch missing outside and low makes it 1-2 for Dawson Stutz. Barring a triple play, Alex Gallion due up behind Stutz, and that pitch down low and outside will even the count at 2 apiece. Another someone warming up in the bullpen for the Pioneers as well. Stanton has his sign come set. The 2-2 delivery, a high fly ball headed out to right or tracking it, and he'll have it. Not deep enough to allow advancement of the runners, and an 0-for-3 night at the plate for Dawson Stutz as he will fly out to right. One away, and that turns the lineup over to Alex Gallion. By the way, Dawson Stutz, .423 on-base percentage, .296 slugging. Alex Gallion steps in. Gallion, a ground out, a pop out, and a ground out. 0-for-3 in the ball game. Alex Gallion with 13 RBIs on the season and called strike 1. Bottom of the 7th, the A's trailing 3-1 here against the Western Nebraska Pioneers. The final home game of the season for your Dodge City A's. That pitch well outside, gets away. A wild pitch will move runners into scoring position, and the tying run just 180 feet away now. One count to Alex Gallion. Stanton comes set. Delivers a 1-1. It gets through the gap out into right field. Here comes Rodriguez running first. The throw home. Up the line, not in time. The tie ball game. The RBI, 2 RBI single by Alex Gallion. The A's tie it up 3 apiece. Two RBI single by Alex Gallion, his first hit of the ball game. The grounder that gets through into right field, and the A's have tied it up. Brings in Cooper Schneider. Schneider, a single his last time up, would be doubled off at second base. Gallion takes off a stolen base for him. And the go-ahead run now at second base for the Dodge City A's. A 1-0 count to Cooper Schneider. Schneider, 2 singles and a walk. Makes him 2 for 2 in the ball game. Cooper Schneider with 19 RBIs on the season has a chance with a well-placed hit here to make it 20. 2-0 count to Schneider. Stanton looks back at second. Gallion dancing around. The pitch misses. Makes it 3-0. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 runs have scored. And the go-ahead run in scoring position for the Dodge City A's. Stanton has his sign and come set. A 3-0 count. Delivered inside and catching the zone makes it 3-1. The A's have scored in the bottom of the 7th, the first time since the bottom of the 2nd. That pitch, a strike, and Schneider thought it was ball 4. The payoff pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, a countdown on the scoreboard. Stanton steps off, wants to get something different. Payoff pitch coming here as Stanton comes set. Take his look in, looks back at second. Delivered and hit foul back into the screen, and will do the payoff over again. Another longer at bat for the Dodge City A's batters working against the Pioneers pitching staff. Payoff pitch over again. Stanton comes set. Delivers in and just making enough contact to foul it off straight back in to the backstop, and will do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming to Cooper Schneider. The 3-2 delivery. Stanton digs in. Schneider fouls that one off, and this will be a spectacular one to see how this at-bat ends for Cooper Schneider. Schneider has already drawn 1 walk in this ball game. A walk and 2 singles. The 3-2 pitch over again. Stanton comes set. Gallion dancing around out at second. A high and tight pitch, and Cooper Schneider draws his 2nd walk of the ball game. That's going to bring up a mound visit from the Pioneers coaching staff. We will see what the Pioneers elect to do here. And the Pioneers are going to make a pitching change as There's already somebody coming out of the dugout. We'll tell you about it when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Reese Francis taking over the mound for the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Of course, Francis with the heroics yesterday, the 3-run home run that gave the Pioneers the 6-3 win last night against the Dodge City A's. So Francis taking over the mound in 23 innings pitched, making his 8th appearance, has made 3 game starts so far, allowed 25 runs, 13 hits, 12 of them earned, has walked 8 and struck out 23, a 2-1 record with 5 extra base hits, a 4.69 ERA as he will face Jordan Black with 2 on and 1 away. Black takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off, down in the count 0-1. Jordan Black with 14 RBIs on the season. The 0-1 delivery gets down and away, and that will put runners at second and third. The go-ahead run just 90 feet away now for the Dodge City A's. 1-1, the count to Jordan Black. Two runs have scored to tie this ball game. It is a 3-3 ball game. 1-1 pitch, a fastball down low, makes the count 2-1. That ball had a little bit of zip on it as Francis throwing hard here in the early outings against the Dodge City A's. 2-1 count coming to Jordan Black. Francis has his sign come set, delivers. Black pops it foul, back out of play, will even the count at 2 apiece. 2-2 delivery. Francis looking in. A foul ball, a Scalder right at the first base dugout, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. Cooper Schneider at second. Alex Gallion at third. The 2-2 delivery from Francis. It'll be chopped foul up the first base side, and Carter Olson in the first base coaching box, not able to make the play on it. We'll do the 2-2 over again. Francis comes set. Delivers the 2-2. Scalder out into right field. It'll be a sacrifice fly. The throw in, the throw to third, not in time. Tagging up is Alex Gallion, and the A's lead this one 4-3. That will bring in Peter Tassler, the sacrifice fly, now 2 away. And Tassler, the 7th batter to come to the plate this inning. A line drive, his last time up, that would double out Cooper Schneider. Schneider down on third. The A's leading 4-3. 1-0 count to Peter. Francis has his sign and comes set. 1-0 delivery. Catches the inner part of the zone. That will even the count at 1 apiece. One count. Francis coming set. Delivers low for ball number 2. So after the A's saw their lead taken away on 2 runs in the top of the 6th and then a third in the top of the 7th, the A's trailing 3-1 coming into the bottom of the 7th have plated 3 and an ugly finder right at the third base dugout. Will be strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Deuces Wild on the scoreboard here at Cavalier Field. And the A's lead this one 4-3. And this will be a 7th inning for the Ages. We'll tell you about how this one transpired if the A's can hold on. A swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. And the A's strand 1, but lead 4-3. We're headed to the top of the 8th. The A's, you've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Juan Rivera taking over the mound here in the top of the 8th after the A's send 7 to the plate in the bottom of the 7th. It will be 6, 7, and 8 due up. Wagner, McCollum, and Francis out to face Juan Rivera. A swing and a miss, and Wagner down in the count 0-1. Juan Rivera, making his 4th appearance for the Dodge City A's, has pitched 6 innings, allowing 4 hits on 4 runs. All 4 have been earned, has walked 8 and struck out 3. 6.000 ERA. 2-1 the count to Wagner. Wagner, a strikeout, his last time up. Pitch is fouled off, and that will even the count at 2 apiece. Strike 3 swinging, and the hat trick of strikeouts for Wagner, and 1 away for the Pioneers. That brings in Hunter McCollum. McCollum popped out to the catcher Tassler, his last time up. Nolan Williams will go track down the ball that was out in foul territory and makes the throw in. The A's leading 4-3 with 1 away here in the top of the 8th. Rivera makes the first pitch to McCollum in for ball number 1. Rivera last pitched against the Derby Twins back on June the 25th. Normally a primarily outfielder for the Dodge City A's. That pitch in for strike number 2 moves the count 1-2 to McCollum. McCollum, a walk and a ground out as well. 2-2 count to McCollum. Full count now to McCollum as Tassler thought that might have been strike 3, but there is strike number 3. A swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts. And that will bring in the designated hitter, turn to pitcher, Reese Francis. Francis, a single, his last time up. He would be thrown out on the cannon by Nolan Williams, his trying to score. And a 1-0 count to him. Rivera throws in, gets Francis scooting back. 2-0 the count with 2 away. Back-to-back strikeouts. And a swing and a miss will move the count 2-1. 3 straight retired via the strikeout as Mendoza would finish his time pitching for the Dodge City A's with a strikeout of Aiden Orr. The 2-2 count coming to Francis. Pitch missing outside as Juan Rivera with the stutter step. Payoff pitch. Grounded to the third baseman Stutz. Fielded, throw to first, in time. That will end the inning. Francis will ground out for out number 3. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th and what could be the final at-bats for your Dodge City A's. The A's lead this one 4-3. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Bottom of the 8th, and the A's will send Williams, Sandoval, and Gardner to the plate this inning. It was Brian Gardner that led off the bottom of the 7th. He led that inning off with a double that got lost in the outfield by Aiden Orr that would set the A's up for a 3-run inning to give the A's the 4-3 lead. So Nolan Williams stepping in to face Francis. Williams steps in a single his last time up. He would advance to second on the throw. And a ground out and hit by pitch before that. Strike number 1 to Williams. That gets away from the catcher Freeman. Let's go back and revisit the defensive alignment for the Pioneers from left to right in the outfield. It is Wagner, McCollum, and Orr. Called strike 2 on Williams, down in the count 0-2. From third to first across the infield, it is Schneider, Lehman, Halleck, and Asensio. Freeman, the battery mate to the pitcher Francis. The 0-2 delivery, a high fly ball. It's headed out. It off the top of the scoreboard. A solo shot for Nolan Williams. And man, has that man found his power late in the season for the Dodge City A's. The solo shot off the top of the scoreboard here at Cavalier Field gives the A's a 5-3 lead. Five to 3, the A's lead this one. And that brings in Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval, a fly out to center his last time up. Grounds that one up the first base side and foul for strike number 1. Oh, 1 delivery to Matthew Sandoval, missing outside, makes it 1-1. The A's led the game off, would score 1 in the bottom of the 2nd, and then it would be 3 straight scoreless innings as the Pioneers would make it a 2-1 ball game after the top of the 6th. The A's would answer back in the bottom of the 7th with 3 runs, and now the solo shot in the bottom of the 8th to give the A's the 5-3 lead. 2-2 pitch to Matthew Sandoval. Misses outside, and the count runneth full. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th for the Dodge City A's. The payoff pitch from Francis, missing outside, and a runner aboard for the A's. Brian Gardner will step in. Of course, he led off the bottom of the 7th with that pitch that got lost in the lights. Gardner a double and 2 groundouts makes him 1 for 3. As the A's 5 runs on 9 hits. Gardner a line drive out into left field that will get down. Sandoval rounding second. He's digging for third. He'll be in safely, and Gardner will be thrown out trying to advance to second. So Gardner out, 1 away for the Dodge City A's after a single. One away for the A's, runner on third, and that brings in Jordan Rodriguez. Rodriguez drew the walk and would come around to score his last time up. The first pitch in to him is low for ball number 1. Rodriguez has drawn the infield in, the entire infield almost on the green of the turf. 2-0 count to Rodriguez as that pitch misses well outside. Wind blowing a little bit here at Cavalier Field. That pitch low and inside makes it 3-0. Francis in danger of walking runners on the corners with only 1 away. Rodriguez taking all the way on that one for strike number 1. 3-1 count. And a rabbit sprinting across the field here at Cavalier. Wildlife wanted to get in on the races that are occurring tonight. 3-1 pitch coming from Francis as everybody goes back to focusing on baseball. Francis with a 3-1 delivery, swung on and missed by Rodriguez, and the count runs full. See the payoff pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The countdown on the scoreboard. Francis looking in, has his sign, and comes set. Pioneers trail by 2, and that will be a walk drawn by Rodriguez. Runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's. Rodriguez rounded first as the ball got away from the catcher Freeman, but elects to stay there. Runners on the corners. Brings in Dawson Stutz. And it is important to note, back-to-back at-bats for Jordan Rodriguez, both via a walk. Rodriguez takes off, and the throw down to second, not in time. Oh, 1 count to Stutz. Stolen base for Jordan Rodriguez. Runners on second and third with 1 away. Francis looks back at second. Stutz makes contact. It will drop foul out of play for strike number 2. Stutz, a rough night at the plate. 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Makes him 0 for 3 in the ball game. Dawson Stutz awaiting the 0-2 delivery. Francis comes set. A's leading 5-3, and a fly ball out into center field. Best case scenario are the A's tagging up. He drops it. Sandoval scores. The A's leading 6-3. Two away for the Dodge City A's as they turn the lineup over to Alex Gallion. Gallion, a single, his last time up. The first pitch he sees from Francis, a fastball low and outside for ball number 1. Francis throwing hard but struggling to locate the zone here in the later innings of the ball game. The A's lead this one 6-3. A high and tight pitch makes it 2-0 for Alex Gallion. Gallion, a ground out, a pop out, another ground out, and a single. 1 for 4. Check swing, and they say no, he does not go, and the count moves 3-0. Francis in danger of putting another runner on with 2 away. It is likely Gallion will be taking all the way, even if this is strike 1. That pitch inside, and a 4-pitch walk to Alex Gallion. 7th batter of the inning for the Dodge City A's, and it is Cooper Schneider. Schneider drew a walk his last time up. Reese Francis has now seen the entire batting order after coming in relief in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5 runs have scored for the Dodge City A's, and a high fly ball out into right field that will end the inning. The A's lead 6-3, and the Pioneers down to their final 3 outs as we head to the top of the 9th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. top of the ninth. The A's leading this one 6-3 as Jordan Black taking over the mound for the Dodge City A's, making his third appearance on the mound. Has 1 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 1 run. It was a earned run. Has struck out 2, a 6.75 ERA. The Pioneers will send Freeman, Lehman, and Halleck to the plate in the top of the ninth. A 0-1 count to Freeman. Freeman hitless for the Pioneers. A swing and chopped foul straight down. Down in the count, 0-2 is the catcher. A strikeout looking, a ground out, and a walk so far his night at the plate for the Pioneers. Pioneers end their season tonight here at Cavalier Field. Freeman down in the count, 0-2. Black comes set, but steps off the mound. Oh-2 delivery coming from Jordan Black. Kicks and fires. Misses outside for ball number 1. Of course, the A's playing their season home finale here tonight at Cavalier Field. Black comes set, delivers a fly ball that will get down out in left center field. Runner aboard for the Pioneers. Pioneers with 1 on and down to their final 3 outs. Runner on, nobody out, and that will turn the lineup over to James Lehman. Lehman, a fly out, a double, a strikeout, and another fly out. 1 for 4. First pitch missing outside makes it 1-0 to Freeman. Ball gets away from Tassler, and that will move Freeman over to second. Two-0 count to Lehman. Runner on second, nobody out, and the pitch in. Gets away from Tassler again, but not far enough to allow Freeman to advance. 3-0, the count to Lehman.
Freeman on his own does not matter. The only situation that would carry any weight for the Dodge City A's is if Lehman were to reach. In that case, that will bring up the tying run. Look at second. The pitch.
Called strike on the outer edge. The count moves to 3-1. A's lead 6-3. 6 runs on 10 hits. The Pioneers 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error. The pitch called strike, and the count runs full. Lehman thought it was ball 4 off the outer edge, and we'll see the payoff pitch coming from Black. Jordan Black looks in, has his sign, comes set. The payoff pitch delivered inside and low, and Jordan Black loses the battle as he will put James Lehman on via the walk, and that will bring in Brad Halleck. Runners on first and second with nobody away, and all of a sudden the tying run now at the plate. Halleck, a strikeout, a ground out, and a single along with a hit by pitch. That went in for ball number 1. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Rodriguez coming in. He's going to have a conversation along with Jordan Black and Peter Tasser, and here comes Dawson Stutz as well. Well, let's go ahead and get the entire infield involved in this conversation. The A's talking about how to handle this situation right here. 2 on, nobody out. And only Alex Gallion not involved in the conversation. The defensive alignment for the Dodge City A's from left to right in the outfield. It is Gardner, Schneider, and Williams. From third to first across the infield, Stutz, Rodriguez, Gallion, and Sandoval. Tassler, the battery mate behind home plate, to now pitcher Jordan Black. That one in and called strike, evens account at 1 apiece. Tying run at the plate for the Pioneers, and the Pioneers trying to avoid ending their season on a loss. Pitch fouled back, and that has Halleck down in the count 1-2. Halleck singled his last time up, a blooper out into right field, but would be stranded on third back in the top of the 7th inning. Jordan Black comes set. 1-2 delivery, missing low and outside, will even the count at 2 apiece. Two delivery. Swung on and missed, and out number 1. Runners on first and second with 1 away, and that will bring in Asensio. Asensio, a single, 2 strikeouts, and a hit by pitch makes him 1 for 3 in the ball game. Tying run at the plate again with 1 away. That pitch high and outside. The fastball on the outer edge evens account at 1 apiece to Asensio. Asensio, the cleanup hitter in last night's ball game. The DH moved to first late in the game. 2 singles and 2 groundouts his night for the Pioneers last night. 2-1 the count here right now in the bottom of the top of the 9th. Jordan Black steps off. A 2-1 count. Getting a new pitch call from Tassler. Has his sign and come set. Delivers a strike on the inner edge. A front door bender. Evens a count at 2 apiece. Two and two as Black looks back at second. Delivers a swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts, and all of a sudden the Pioneers down to their final out. They need 3 to extend this ball game and send the A's back to the plate in the bottom of the 9th. It is Cameron Schneider coming up. Schneider has drawn 3 walks in this ball game. 3 walks and a ground out the night at the plate for Cameron Schneider makes him officially 0 for 1. The first pitch he sees, a fastball on the outer edge, called strike number 1. Jordan Black looks in. An 0-1 count to Cameron Schneider. As this sign comes set, delivers a front door bender, and it has Schneider down in the count 0-2. Schneider in danger of going 0 for 2 in this ball game if he does not get on here. The 0-2 delivery from Jordan Black swung on and foul tipped. That will end the ball game, and Jordan Black officially will strike out the side. The A's improve to 20-18 on the season. We'll come back with some final game notes after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. The A's win this one 6-3, and it was the late inning heroics that propelled the A's to the win here. The A's would lead off in the bottom of the second inning. Nolan Williams would take a hit by pitch. Matthew Sandoval, a single out into left field, would move Williams over. And then it would be the RBI single by Jordan Rodriguez. It would give the A's the 1-0 lead. And the A's would hold the Pioneers scoreless until we would get into the sixth inning. And at that point, the Pioneers would lead off and get a hit by pitch of Brad Halleck. Halleck would steal over to second. A walk by Cameron Schneider would put runners on, and a double off the wall in left field would score that would give the Pioneers the 2-1 lead. The Pioneers would add one more off of a walk of Trevor Freeman in the top of the seventh. And that would give the Pioneers the 3-1 lead at the time. The A's would not be done, though. They would answer back as the A's would come back in the bottom of the seventh. And enough can't be said about the lost ball by Brian Gardner that led off the bottom of the seventh. As he would get on, a wild pitch would move him over to third. Rodriguez would walk on. Both of them would come around to score. Alex Gallion, a single, he would come around to score, and that would give the A's the 4-3 lead. A single by Nolan, or single home run by Nolan Williams in the top of, or bottom of the eighth would give the A's the 5-3 lead. And it would be a walk by Matthew Sandoval, as that would be the final nail in the coffin that would give the A's the 6-3 lead. The A's win this one, split the non-league series with the Pioneers, as the Pioneers end their season here at Cavalier Field. And we hope to see them more as the Pioneers and Plainsmen looking for official acceptance into the Rocky Mountain League next year. So that will end this one here at Cavalier Field. The A's improved to 20-18 overall, and the Pioneers end their season. They will make the trip back to Gehring, and we wish them best of travels as the A's will go to Liberal tomorrow night for the final game of the 2023 season. Another non-league matchup with the Liberal BJs. As the A's win this one 6-3 tonight, I am Justin Hergert, was alongside Rudy Gonzalez saying farewell and good night from Cavalier Field. This has been Dodge City A's Baseball.